Let me tell you something. Relationships don't have to be complicated, but we make them complicated. Everybody running around writing novels and text messages, pouring their whole soul into a paragraph, and the man reading it like it's a receipt from the grocery store. Listen, men don't respond to paragraphs, we respond to power. And sometimes that power is just 5 little words. 5 words that make a man sit up, put the game controller down, and say, wait a minute, I can't lose this one. Today I'm going to show you how to flip the script, take your power back, and send a message so simple, so strong, that he won't stop chasing you. Because when you understand the game, you stop playing it weak and start playing it smart. Now listen, life is already complicated enough. Bills, jobs, kids, family. Trying to make ends meet, people got enough weight on their shoulders. So why you think relationships got to be complicated too? Most folks think the more effort you put in, the more extra words, the more explanations, you're proving your love. Wrong. Let me tell you something, men don't respond to complicated. We're simple creatures. You give us a clear direction, we follow it. You give us a clear message, we understand it. That's why sometimes it ain't the long story. It's the little sentence that flips the whole game. Simplicity works because it cuts through the noise. It gets straight to the point. And trust me, when you hit a man with something direct, he can't ignore it. It rings in his head. That's the power of simple. I'll give you an example. You ever seen somebody try to order at a restaurant and they got a whole story behind their order? Well, I don't eat this, and I had this last week, and my cousin once told me this dish is heavy on the stomach. And the waiter is standing there like, lady, just tell me chicken or fish. That's how men feel when they get long texts. They ain't processing the details. They ain't catching the hints. All they're thinking is, what does she want from me? But when you send 5 simple words, boom, it hits. No confusion, no guessing. Men like clarity, and clarity comes from simplicity. See, ladies think men don't pay attention. That's not true. We pay attention to the right things. You just got to know how to deliver it. It's like marketing. You ever seen a billboard? Billboards don't got paragraphs, do they? No, they got 6 or 7 words at most. Why? Because people driving by don't have time for a novel. They need something that hits instantly. Same with texting a man. That's why I say simplicity is not weakness. Simplicity is strategy. When you know how to boil down your energy into a few powerful words, you stop begging for attention and you start commanding it. Here's the truth. When you simplify, you actually make him do the work. If you send a whole story, he don't got to think, he just skims it. But if you drop 5 little words, now his mind is running. He's asking questions. He's leaning in. He's curious. That's how you flip the game. You see, men are natural hunters. We like to chase, but we don't chase things that come with a manual. We chase mystery. We chase clarity. We chase confidence. And those 5 words you're about to learn, they ain't about begging him to care. They're about making him wake up and realize, I better not lose this woman. Now let me tell you something funny. Back in the day, I thought I was slick. I had the gift of gab. I thought I could talk my way into anything. And then one day, this woman hit me with the simplest text I ever got. Just 5 words, and man, it was like a hook in my chest. I couldn't stop thinking about it. I read it over and over again, and the crazy thing is, it wasn't complicated. It wasn't deep, but it made me chase. Why? Because simplicity leaves space for desire. Simplicity makes you want to fill in the blanks. That's the secret sauce right there. See, when you complicate things, you drain the energy out of it. You ever had somebody explain a joke so much that it wasn't funny anymore? That's what long, needy texting does. But simplicity leaves room for imagination. And when a man imagines, he invests. He puts his energy in. And when he's invested, he chases. That's why I say simplicity ain't just about making life easy. It's about making the other person put in the work. You don't got to twist yourself into a pretzel to be interesting. Just deliver clear, simple, strong. And trust me, he'll feel it more than 100 paragraphs. Let me break it down. Real simplicity works best because it shows confidence. You ever notice powerful people don't talk too much? They don't explain everything. They don't need to. Their presence, their clarity, their few words, it's enough. That's how you gotta be. Every time you text a man, don't be thinking, how can I make him understand me? No. Think, how can I make him feel me? Big difference. Men don't fall for explanations. Men fall for emotions. And the strongest emotion is triggered by the simplest words because they hit fast and deep. So here's the takeaway. Stop overcomplicating. Stop thinking you gotta write essays. Stop thinking love has to be heavy. The truth is, the right 5 words can light a fire in a man that no novel ever could. Simplicity works best because it keeps you in control. It keeps you powerful. It makes him do the chasing. And when you finally understand that, you'll stop exhausting yourself trying to convince somebody, and you'll start positioning yourself as the prize. And trust me, when a man sees you as the prize, he ain't never gonna stop chasing. Let me tell you something, confidence is the number one thing that'll make a man sit up and notice you. Not beauty, not money, not even status. Confidence. Because beauty fades, money comes and goes, status changes, but confidence, that's magnetic. A confident person walks in the room and don't even gotta say a word. Their energy does the talking. And men, we spot confidence from a mile away. It ain't loud, it ain't fake, it's calm, steady, sure of itself. That's what keeps our eyes locked. A man can meet two people, one stunning but insecure, the other simple but confident, and he's going after the confident one every time. Why? Because confidence says, I know who I am, and I don't need you to complete me, but I might let you join me. That's attractive beyond measure. See, a lot of people get this wrong. They think confidence is about arrogance, about bragging, about always being the loudest one in the room. No, that's insecurity in disguise. True confidence is quiet. It's the way you sit, the way you text, the way you don't rush to prove yourself. A confident woman don't send 10 messages in a row trying to get a man's attention. She sends one, and she knows it's enough. And trust me, men can feel the difference. You ever been around somebody who's desperate for validation? It's draining. But when you're around somebody who validates themselves, it's refreshing. Confidence is attractive because it makes everything feel lighter. It tells a man, I like you, but I don't need you. If you show up right, we can build. If not, I'll still be good. That energy, irresistible. I'll give you a real story. Back when I was younger, I thought chasing looks was everything. I went after the prettiest girl in the room every time. But let me tell you something, the prettiest ain't always the most powerful. One time I met this woman, and on the outside, she wasn't the one that turned heads right away. But the way she carried herself, man, that confidence had me hooked. She didn't compete. She didn't beg. She didn't try to prove anything. She knew who she was, and that made me want to prove myself to her. That's when I learned confidence flips the whole script. Instead of you chasing somebody's attention, you become the one who commands it. And when you carry that, men will chase nonstop. Because deep down, every man wants to win a prize he knows not everybody can have. Confidence is attractive because it's rare. Let's be honest, most people are out here insecure. Scared of being left, scared of being rejected, scared of not being enough. That fear shows up in their energy. But when somebody walks in with confidence, it stands out like a spotlight. Men notice. It's like walking into a party and everybody's trying too hard, and then you see that one person just chilling, smiling, not needing to be the center of attention. That's who you're drawn to. Because confidence creates curiosity. It makes you wonder what's so special about them that they don't feel the need to prove it. And once that curiosity kicks in, now you're chasing. Because men are wired to pursue, and confidence is the bait that keeps us moving toward you. You know why else confidence is attractive? It makes communication smoother. See, an insecure person plays games. They don't say what they mean. They test you, they throw hints, they wait for you to read their mind. But a confident person, they're direct. They don't waste time. They tell you what they expect, what they want, and what they won't tolerate. That's powerful. Because men don't like guessing. We like knowing. When you're confident enough to say, here's what I need, it puts everything in perspective. We respect that. It makes us step up because we know we're dealing with someone who won't accept less. And let me tell you, when a man feels like he has to step up to keep you, he's going to chase harder than ever. Let me hit you with this truth. Insecurity makes you settle, but confidence makes you choose. That's why it's attractive. When you're insecure, you grab whatever attention you can get, even if it's crumbs. But when you're confident, you don't even blink at crumbs. You wait for the full meal. That mindset shifts the whole dynamic. A man knows when you'll settle and when you won't. If he senses you'll take anything, he won't give his best. But if he knows you're confident enough to walk away, now he's giving you the chase. Because men chase value and confidence screams value louder than anything else. It's saying, I know my worth, and I'll only match with someone who knows it too. That's what pulls men in deeper. Now, here's the kicker. Confidence ain't about being perfect. It's about owning who you are, flaws and all. That's what makes it powerful. Men don't fall for perfection. Men fall for authenticity. When you can say, yeah, I got flaws, but I still know I'm worth it, that's confidence. And that's attractive because it feels real. Nobody wants someone trying to play a role all the time, but somebody who embraces themselves fully. That's refreshing, and it inspires respect. Because if you respect yourself, others have no choice but to do the same. A confident woman don't need to remind a man she's valuable. He can see it, he can feel it, and that's what keeps him chasing. So here's the bottom line. Confidence is attractive because it changes the energy of everything you do. It makes your words stronger. It makes your presence louder without you saying a thing. It makes men lean in instead of you pushing yourself out. Confidence tells the world, I know who I am, I know what I bring, and I don't need to beg for love. I attract it. And when you move like that, you stop chasing and start choosing. You stop doubting and start commanding. And every man that comes your way knows he either steps up or steps aside. That's the real power. That's why confidence is magnetic. That's why confidence is irresistible. And that's why when you got it, you won't have to wonder who's chasing you. They'll make it clear they don't want to lose you. Listen, let me break this down. Men always chase what they value. Always. You don't got to remind us. You don't got to beg us. You don't got to send 20 messages a day. If a man truly values you, you won't have to question if he's chasing you because he'll make it obvious. Men chase money, men chase careers, men chase sports, men chase dreams. Why? Because we value those things. Same rule applies in relationships. If a man ain't chasing you, it's not because he's too busy or bad at texting. No, it's because he don't value the way he should. That's the raw truth. And here's the thing. You can't make a man value you by overgiving. You make him value you by showing that you value yourself. Because when a man sees value, his instinct is to pursue it. Let me put it in perspective. Think about how men treat cars. A man will spend hours washing, polishing, and babying a car he values. But that old beat-up car he don't care about. He barely gives it a rinse. Now, people may not like that analogy, but it's real. We chase what we see as valuable. And here's the kicker. A woman teaches a man how to treat her by how she treats herself. If you put yourself on discount, he's going to pay discount attention. But if you set the price high by how you carry yourself, how you demand respect, how you set standards, now he knows he got to chase because value demands pursuit. That's the natural order. See, the problem is too many people confuse availability with value. They think if I give him all my time, all my energy, all my love up front, he'll see how valuable I am. No, that just makes you too easy. Men don't chase what's too easy. We chase what makes us earn it. Look, when I was broke, I didn't value the free stuff I got. But the one thing I worked hard for, I treasured it. Same with relationships. If a man has to put in effort, if he has to step up to earn your time, he's going to value it. And once he values it, he won't stop chasing because he knows it ain't something he can replace. Men chase what they value because it feeds their nature. We are hunters by design. We like pursuit. We like challenge, we like earning. That's why if you give everything away up front, you take away the very thing that makes us invest. It's like fishing. If the fish just jump in the boat, ain't no excitement. But if you got to cast the line, be patient, fight a little, that's what makes the catch feel worth it. Same thing with relationships. When a man sees you as valuable, he enjoys the chase. It excites him. It pushes him. And it makes him want to hold on even tighter once he finally gets you. Let me give you a personal story. Back when I first started making money, I went out and bought something crazy expensive because I had worked so hard for it. Man, I treated that thing like gold. Nobody could touch it. Why? Because I valued it. I paid a price for it. Same with relationships. When a man feels like he's invested, when he's given effort, time, consistency, he's not about to let somebody else come in and take you. That's why being too available too soon backfires. If he didn't put in anything, he won't care about losing it. But when he has to work, oh, now it's different. He chases harder. He protects stronger. He values deeper. Now, ladies, let me be clear. You ain't got to play games to make a man chase. This ain't about pretending, ghosting, or manipulating. No, this is about knowing your worth and holding it. It's about having standards and not lowering them just because you're scared of losing him. Let me tell you something. If your standards make him walk away, he wasn't the one anyway. But if your standards make him step up, that's a man who values you. And when he values you, he's going to chase you without hesitation. You don't chase a man into loving you. You hold yourself steady and let him decide if he's willing to rise to the level you set. Here's the raw truth. Men chase what they're afraid to lose. Think about it. When a man finally lands that job he dreamed of, he's working overtime to keep it. When he finally gets that car he saved up for, he's cleaning it every week because losing something valuable hurts. So when you show him that your love, your time, your presence is valuable, he'll chase nonstop to protect it. But if he thinks you'll always be there no matter how he acts, he'll stop chasing. Why run for something that's never leaving? That's why value matters, because it creates urgency. It makes him realize that if I don't step up, I could lose her. That's what keeps the fire alive. So here's the bottom line. Stop chasing men. Stop over-explaining, over-texting, over-giving. That ain't the way. Men chase what they value, and you make a man value not by begging for it, but by living like you already know your worth. Carry yourself like a prize, and you'll attract a man who knows how to win prizes. Carry yourself like a bargain, and you'll get treated like a bargain. The choice is yours. But I promise you this, when you know your value, when you stand on it, when you don't compromise it, that's when the right man will chase you nonstop. Because he won't see you as temporary, he'll see you as irreplaceable. And once a man knows he can't replace you, trust me, he'll do everything in his power to never lose you. Now let me leave you with this. Stop overcomplicating love. The truth is simple. Men chase what they value. Men are drawn to confidence, and simplicity always wins. You don't have to twist yourself into a pretzel to get a man's attention. You don't have to write novels and text messages or lower your standards just to keep him around. All you got to do is know your worth, stand on it, and communicate it with clarity. Because when you carry yourself like a prize, the right man will recognize it and chase it. That's how men are wired. We don't run after what's easy. We run after what's valuable. And if he ain't chasing you, baby, he don't see your value. Don't cry over that. Just keep shining, keep standing tall. The one who's meant for you, he'll chase nonstop. Not because you beg, but because you're worth it.